Welcome back to the channel. This time we're tackling the XFL Western Conference teams. Back with TJ Tooley, creative writer. Hey, while I have you here, isn't there some type of podcast that you do that has something to do with your creative writing?
I do have a podcast. It's called For the Love of Story Podcast. I'm available on all of the things with some amazing art done by this guy. I will write short stories and share those, and I'll read them kind of like a mini audiobook. And I have a story that came out fairly recently called The Author. It came out in 3 parts with a little behind-the-scenes special, and it was really cool, and you should check it out. I'm at For the Love of Story with the number 4 on Twitter and Instagram.
Nice. Also, we are, I guess a half of Everyone and Their Brother podcast, which is EATB, Facebook.com/EATB podcast, Twitter, Instagram. We're all there. Make sure you check it out and be subscribed. Be doing things. So let's get right on into it. We're going to start with the Houston Roughnecks. And off top, the Roughnecks logo reminds me of a team from the past that I was a fan of, like way back in the day. They're no longer there. They moved to Tennessee. It reminds me of the Houston Oilers logo. And I guess they're like, hey, let's pull on those heartstrings of those who missed the good old Oilers. So before we get into the uniform, what are your thoughts on like the logo, like the oil rig and all that?
For me, the logo, it makes sense. You got to kind of go with it and get the fans to come in. They incorporated kind of an H into it for Houston, which I think is clever. The logo is okay. It works well enough. The silver helmet's a cool look. I like the star on the jersey.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't really like the uniform. I like the logo, like incorporating the H. You know how we both are about if you can sneak those letters in there where it's seamless, chef's kiss. But the uniforms. So we're doing a silver helmet with silver pants, but we're doing like a big red jersey, but then the shoulders are blue with a red star. But I understand. I feel like they just took all the cliches of Texas and tried to put them on one uniform. I just not really feeling the uniform because I feel like the top is doing something different than the bottom is doing. I feel like they're two halves of two separate uniforms.
Yeah, you mentioned the whole Texas thing. And, there is a NFL team that likes to not match the helmets with the pants. So maybe they're going for that. Maybe that's an intentional thing and not something that bothers me at all. There's a lot going on. The silver helmet, the silverish, grayish pants, and the thick stripe on the side. But other than the helmet, why on earth are the numbers outlined in white? Where did that color come from? And why? The name's in white. I guess it makes sense. And is that blue? I guess it's blue. I don't know. And the face masks are red, which is just a little much for me.
The combination, there are good ideas here. I just don't like the combination of them all together on the same uniform.
Dare I say, I think I might like this better with white pants. I think that might solve a lot of my problems. Maybe.
It's worth a shot. You know how I am about strokes around numbers and stuff where they don't need to be. I would like just in general for more football teams to just solid color on solid color. Trust your colors. But yeah. Hashtag trust your colors. Yeah. So, and then they went to the road. Hey, you had a reaction there. So the road, well, okay, so the numbers are better here for me than the previous one because, it blends more in with the uniform. We're still doing the shoulder pads and that big stripe thing down the middle.
So just so I'm clear, I think their colors are red, white, and blue. I think.
And silver and
but also silver and gray. The white jersey, to me, it looks a lot better than their other one. I think I already forgot. Is it red? What are those pants? Is blue your color or is red your color? Not that red pants would be a good thing to do. Oh, no. Don't do that, actually. These are fine. There's some good elements here. The helmet, for me, it's from a different uniform set. And I don't know. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm being so harsh on these guys. They didn't do this on purpose.
I almost feel like they should have gone full Houston Oiler and just really gone for the nostalgia play and had the white helmets and just do what the Oilers did, but in the color scheme that you're working with. It doesn't, I also think it doesn't help that they're using, it feels like they're trying to use the exact same color scheme as the XFL itself.
I figured it out. White helmet, white pants, and the uniform's fine. For the home and road. There, I solved it. You're welcome.
He solved it. His name's TJ Tooley. Contact information will be down below. We're staying in the state of Texas, and we have the Dallas Renegades of the XFL. So with the Dallas Renegades, love their logo. Love the Desperado there with the outlaw. Love it. So I was kind of surprised when, after seeing the logo a while ago, seeing what they decided to do with the uniform itself. There's the light blue there at the top, and then this black. For some reason, they want to put a white stroke around their numbers when you have the evidence that you don't need it with the Renegades text right above it. Like, it's right there above it that says you don't need the white. Hashtag trust your colors.
This is mostly what I thought they would do when I saw the logo, which I love. I think the logo is great. I think that color blue is great, and I think black works really well. I was expecting them to go full black on black. I wasn't expecting them to do the yoke, the shoulder yoke kind of blue. It works. It's fine. Get the pants stripe out of here, and it's fine. I would like to, if you're insistent upon the outlining of the numbers, why not just do red, which is your little accent color that you do on the stripes on the shoulders and stuff? Because the red eyes and the logo, the red stripe on the shoulders, the red stripe even on the pants, which I just told them to get rid of, and even the red in the XFL logo, it works really well. Where did white come from?
Colors. This is the thing.
Yeah, I think for what they were going to do, I think it works as best as they could. I think it probably would look better without the black shoulders, personally. I like the way the numbers pop off of the white. So in this one instance, I think the black outline might have been the right call. Again, get rid of the stripes on the pants. But otherwise, it's pretty good. I like this.
Not a fan of that stripe. I would love to see if they just had the white top, but black pants, and just everything from the waist down black, like black pants, black socks, black shoes. I think that, because I feel like with a name like the Renegades, I feel like black should be like as prominent as humanly possible, because have the black with just a red, but like one red thing kind of subtle there. I feel like that would work better for this. But I don't hate the looks. I don't hate the looks. The LA Wildcats here. Yeah, they are red, they are orange. They're doing some things here. Love the claw marks on the helmet. Love it. Big, huge fan. This is one where the logo had my expectations go kind of low, because it was just an L and an A with a little accent there. So I was like, that's all you're gonna do. But I dig their home uniforms. Like, they've chosen to go with the all black to match the helmet, and they have like the accent colors around it. I feel like this is I like the shape of the red on the side of the uniform. Like, I really like, it's not like it doesn't feel generic to me. Like, it feels like somebody took their time to be like, hey, we're gonna do something different with how we stripe this thing from the shoulders all the way down. And then I love how on the way down, like the claw marks come up like that. The way they've used the claw marks in this uniform is just fire. And I like the colors together with the black. I dig this uniform.
Yeah, I too. I didn't have a whole lot of expectations with the logo, and even now, it's an L and an A. It's fine. That the claw marks that they use on the helmet, and then they bring those back on the stripes on the pants is genius. I love that. That's a great look. I do like the way that the uniform is cut, the black and the red, and the way that it fits. I personally am not in love with that orange color, but if you're going to use it, I think they're using it as well as they could. And for me, this feels like a uniform combination that was put together with the most thought out of any other team in the West.
We go to the away jerseys.
Who let the Tampa Bay Buccaneers into this video? Yikes.
Listen, the red with the orange, I'm down with those numbers. I'm down with it. You got the orange on the side with the claw marks going down the side. Okay, so here's my big issue that jumps off the page when I saw this. That helmet and that uniform don't know each other at all. Like, they're from different places, from different time periods. This is an example of one shell rules are dumb. So
this one, I hate that orange. I came out and said that I wasn't in love with it on the last one. It's awful here. Because you see the stripes on the pants kind of fade into black. Easy. Just make the entire side of your uniform black. Kind of like how it was red on the other one. And then you have a more cohesive look. Make the numbers black and then outline them in that orange. Boom, you're done. It looks much better.
We are at the Seattle Dragons. The Seattle Dragons. They are going with a predominantly black uniform here, which is interesting because their franchise is going with a majority like dark uniform with a white helmet with the dragon on the side. As far as like the logo of the dragon, I'm down. I'm here for it. I'm here for the dragon. Like, I'm here for it. I would be lying if I didn't feel like it was slightly like kind of like not as bad as Tampa Bay's, but it still feels like, hey, you want to create a team on video game, call them the Dragons, and here it is. But that might be more a function of like the name Dragons.
So first off, I just have to address the color scheme. Navy blue, dark green, and orange is kind of weird. So I think the white in the uniform has to be there, because otherwise one of those colors gets lost. So something has to break up the green and the blue, and having that orange, that kind of brighter color, that lighter color, I think that's probably a good call. I like that the helmet isn't purely white. The logo does feel a little high school to me, and that might just be because I played in high school against a school who had the mascot of dragons, so I might have a bias there. But out of all of the teams that we've had so far, this logo did feel the most high school to me. That being said, the uniform doesn't look high school. It actually is a pretty well put together product. I'm interested to see how this looks on the field, because it's either going to look really, really cool, or it's going to basically look black or navy blue.
I do have feelings about their away. I feel like the Seattle Dragons, their away is like what I wish some others aways would look, because it's like we got the predominantly white helmet with the white uniform. We get to see the colors really pop on their own. Like it's like they're free. Like, I definitely like their aways more than homes. Like, I love how all the colors work together. The numbers are good. Like, I really dig this.
I was kind of surprised to see the road uniforms, because they steered really hard into the orange for this one, but not so much for the home. So it's kind of like a completely different team, a completely different look. They focused more on the green and the orange on this than they did on the other one, which I think it actually works. They're not trying to overcomplicate things, and are not trying to make things look like play with three different colors, Houston. Like, they're doing something that can work, and I'm interested to see how this one looks on the field too, because if nothing else, those numbers are going to pop.
Overall, I think as far as logos and the uniforms are going, the East is kicking butt. Like the East is far and away kicking butt on these. But the majority of the XFL logos and uniforms, I feel like we both, but the West had some problems there. Had some issues there. A couple of fumbles. So yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, TJ, for joining us on this journey. And remember, as you go along in life, teach as you learn and inspire as you do. See you next time. All right. Boom, boom, boom.
Boopity-bop.
Skibbity-boo. Scooby-dibby-dabba-doo.
Scoopity-shoo.
Scoopity-scoopity-boo. Can't believe you kept that in that song.
It's there forever.